riff came to me right here when I first got to Chicago in late 1980s and signed with Alligator Records. And the band and I pretty much moved to Chicago at the time to be around the record company and around the blues artists up there and around the scene. Remember the guys and I, we moved into a couple of rooms at the Heart of Chicago Motel. Not the nicest motel in Chicago. But we didn't care because we were hanging out in the blues clubs every day and night, you know. Hanging out with guys like Otis Rush and Sun Seals. Scene who's still out there doing it.
Yeah.
Buddy Guy.
Yeah, baby.
I gotta point out something though. Buddy Guy is on the longest retirement tour I've ever heard. And since I've made a whole career out of ripping him off, I'm just gonna go ahead and announce my retirement tonight. See if I can stretch it out for 20 more years. When I would go see Buddy Guy at the Checkerboard Lounge, he would always play this riff right here. It seemed like every other song had this riff. But at the same time, I was listening to the rock and roll bands that I'd grown up with, you know, mentioned the Almonds earlier, but other groups that I still dig like ZZ Top. I love ZZ Top. Together and I came up with a song. One way of looking at it. This one right here. Seems like nowadays ain't nothing made to last. One day you got it all, then it disappears so damn fast. And I love 1994. Is that 31 years ago? Ouch. And a couple years after that, in 1996, I was playing a show up in Minneapolis. I was getting ready to go on the stage, and a knock came on the dressing room door. I opened that door, and there was a 13-year-old boy standing out there. He wanted to come in, and he wanted me to teach him Quitter Never Wins. He didn't seem so dangerous, so I let him in. But he turned out to be highly dangerous because his name was Johnny Lang. And he did his own version of this song right here and put it on his first album. And he sold 2 million copies of my song. That got my attention. I'm a big fan. And ever since then, a couple dozen other bands have recorded this tune. John Lee Hooker Jr. did a nice version of it. And Melvin Taylor did probably my favorite version of it. And then a couple years ago, the late